I am the bread of life. Whoever eats of me will have life. Whoever drinks of me will never have thirst. Today we come together for these 3 days we call them the 40 hours, when we have Jesus Sunday, Monday and today on our altar, and we came to talk to him. And he was there listening to us. Sunday we talk about the role of the priest. Yesterday we talked about the need of the priest. And today we talk about vocations. But in order to understand the need of these vocations that really our Holy Father and even our bishops are really have this very much to their heart, we need to understand the words of the gospel. Unless you eat of me, unless you drink of me, you have no life. And in order to have that bread and in order to have that wine, to be changed in the body and blood of Jesus, we need the priesthood. The priesthood is the vehicle by which Jesus again, under the words of the consecration, he becomes present for us, so that he will nourish our soul and prepare us and journey with us to the eternal banquet. Many people say, but Father, how come today we have shortage of priests? When we were young, our rectories were 4 or 5 priests. Well, dear people, we have to go to the source. We have to look at the family. Because the family is the cradle of vocations. The family is the foundation of society. The family is the future of the church. As the council called it, the family, the domestic church. And we cannot get away from it. Because everything that we are, and everything that we give, and everything that we aspire comes only from the school of love, and that is the family. And that's why the church, especially we, the New Jersey people, together with our bishops, are fighting, and fighting very strongly after the elections when our state is going to vote that marriage can be in different way than we teach it. I'm talking about the church teaching. It's coming from the very scriptures, one man, one woman, and they are complementary to each other, and the love for each other really bring forth that love expression, which is the children. The children are the expression of that love. That is what the council speak in Gaudium et Spes, number 57, the mutual love. And that mutual love issue forth, as we say, the expression of love, which is the children. And they are the foundation of marriage. And we are going not only to fight it, but we are going to support it. We are going to go behind our bishops. Not only we sign, but we are going to really be very, very, very strong about it. We are not condemning any other lifestyle. We are not here to put down this kind of people or that kind of people, but we have to say that what God did is good, and whoever abides with the good is going to have a future. And that's why when we defend married life, we are going defending family life. And believe me, every good thing comes from the family. Each one of us have goodness with them, not because they went to the pharmacy and bought it, but because we receive it home. And what we have received, that only we can give in return. And that is what the priesthood is all about. Priesthood is love. If you don't have love, you cannot and you are not a candidate of the priesthood. Because love is what priesthood is motivated from. You love so much your God that you want to serve the people, that he himself taught you that as he served them, the people at this time, you do the same. What I have done to you, do it to another. If you don't have that motivation to serve people and love people, priesthood is not for you. And that is because the family give it to you. what we see around the kitchen table or the dining table, what we see going on in the family, that prayer life in the family, that prayer before dinner, those prayers before we go to bed, those prayers that I learned from my grandmother and mother while we are in the fields, all those beautiful prayers, the Tadeo, the prayer to Our Lady, the Memorare, all those prayers, the act of contrition, the act of love, all those beautiful prayers. The prayers we say at 3 o'clock on Friday. The prayer we say in the evening on Thursday when the bells church ring to remind us of those prayers. My dear people, that is what family is all about. And this is what many of our people, especially those who teach our children, whether in school or even in our confraternity, they find it very hard because they have in front of them, they have to prepare a lesson. And they take for granted that those prayers are known. And many times they are not, because they are not recited at home. The home, as I said to you, is the domestic church. There we begin. There we begin to love. There we begin to experience what love is. And what we do at the dinner table, we do it in the parish, when we come together to share the story of Jesus as we share them at the table. How many times we laugh at what grandmother and grandfather did, or mother and father did, and the same thing with Jesus. Jesus teaches us his lesson. And then he makes us come now to the table, where not only we share the message, but then we share him. And today he said, unless you eat me, unless you drink me, you have no life in you. And St. John was very, as we say, strong about these words, because he said, my flesh is real food, my blood is real drink. Because many times, we find among Catholics who really, they take it for granted that the Eucharist is a piece of wafer. The Eucharist, as we believe, is the Jesus present with all his divinity, body and soul, in the Eucharist. And that's why John did not say bread, did not say wine. He make it really real. My bread, my flesh is real food. My blood is real drink. And that's why many of the disciples were leaving him, because they say, we cannot eat him. We are not cannibals here. And the disciples said to Jesus, please, Lord, can you change a little bit your wording? Because they are leaving us. And he said to them, do you want to go yourself? Because what I am saying is true. Unless you eat my flesh and drink my blood, you have no life in you. And that's why we are people, we need to understand that we need to cultivate the family.